Just to reiterate what we're hearing from the UN about this warning that this cannot be allowed to go on, the IAEA being told, and one day our luck will run out, they say.
Look, I mean, this is clearly, for the first time in the human history, there's an attempt to weaponize a nuclear power plant, which is very worrying. I mean, as you rightly point out, it's the sixth time this has happened, and very rightly, the things about being told that our luck will one day run out, because this is really playing with fire.
And just to explain, the electricity is needed to keep cooling the reactor and the plant. Otherwise, it goes critical. And, of course, we remember what happened in Chernobyl.
Very much so. You know, the backup generators are there. They're doing their job right now. They've got, as I understand, 10 days of fuel to support the plant. But of course, one thing that you don't want to happen is really those generators to run out of fuel or can be refueled, and then a catastrophic event happens, which not only affects Ukraine or its neighboring, sort of areas around the Zaporizhzhia power plant, but it'll have a ramification around Europe and as far as UK possibly.
Yeah, well, do you believe that Russia is deliberately weaponizing this and trying to cripple that plant? Because clearly, if it does blow and the wind blows in the wrong direction, that fallout is going to head over to Russia.
Very much so. Look, I mean, nuclear power plants are built as very robust infrastructures, so they can withstand quite a lot of things. But of course, if you're constantly, targeting and constantly trying to, bombard a nuclear power plant, eventually something will go wrong. And it's not only the core, there are nuclear waste materials in and around which if they are hit, they could actually disperse. So what is needed is really good quality, first of all, good quality of information system to ensure that in case such an event happens, that the instancy of the information is available to first responders in Ukraine and of course beyond, because as you rightly point out, if the wind blows in the wrong direction, it could go to Russia. If the wind blows in the wrong direction from our perspective, it could actually come into Europe and beyond. So,
as we remember with Chernobyl, of course. Well, how much monitoring equipment is there? How much do we know about what's going on inside the plant?
There is, all nuclear power plants are monitored by IAEA as a must, and that's going on. There is, we know there is infrastructure within Ukraine. Those infrastructures are being upgraded, and all of that is happening. But it is a much wider question as well, that as you rightly point out, that if a catastrophic event happens, it is not restricted to only in the neighboring parts of that power plant. The dispersion can be much far further. So monitoring equipment is necessary. Infrastructure is necessary at the local level to react if such things happens, to safeguard citizens, to safeguard assets, to safeguard things in other countries as well. So there is a whole combination of things that needs to happen, but there is active monitoring that is going on right now, like every other power plant. Let me remind your readers, viewers, that ultimately nuclear power is a very safe form of power. And this is just an unprecedented event that is going on right in front of our eyes, where actively a nation is trying to bomb and throw missiles and trying to weaponize a power plant, which is unheard of.